Okay. I'm in the Arcata Community Forest, up kind of high, over on Trail 16, about in the middle. It's pretty quiet up here today. So I thought, first of all, say hello. How's it? Songbird here, just helping you stay clear and focused and aware. Notice how what is just abiding. Thought we'd have a little Dharma walk talk. Yes, because I'm your spiritual trail guide, Songbird I IS WE, coming to you from Arcata Community Forest. And the poorest in spirit will not be able to hear it, but those who have been cultivating an inner communion to find that union that underlies all, well, you'll stand tall with me, just like that tree. This is a recovering forest. It was logged in the late 1800s and then eventually in 1950 turned into a park, and over the years turned into a sustainable demonstration forest. And my birthday was Sunday, March 21st, so trilliums are blooming now. They just started about a week ago. You'll see a few little white three-petaled ancient orchids around in here as we walk. Oh, there's a pretty birdie. It's a thrush. So look at the world, all the suffering. It just makes you want to cry. So many children starving. So many people in the world with no food, no hope, no medicine, no nothing. And you know, hope and fear, we got to get clear of those things. And there is a way. And you know, there's many different paths, many different rivers that meet the ocean. But they all go to the same place. They just use different routes to get there. It's like if you're hiking on a mountain trail, one goes on the south and one goes on the north, they'll have different experiences, but if they both go to the peak, they'll meet at the peak. So, you know, I've written a piece and I'm gonna finish it off and do it as a video. It's called Declaration of Livity, with a V like victory. Livity, which is the Rasta term for, it's like the Buddhist term for right livelihood, how you survive. Oh, here comes someone. I'll go over here. So I'm gonna make that video, and it's really what it's about is regarding regarding the natural world with respect and kindness and compassion for all sentient beings, the elementals, the invisible forces, the nature spirits, all the way up to God, the monad, and everything in between, anything with sentience, in any realm, in any universe. The true compassion, the great Dharma is recognizing the wheel of samsara, birth and death, avidya, ignorance, remembering Brahman and Atman, remembering the Dharma, the Buddha and the Sangha, taking refuge in the masters, Christ, Yeshua, Krishna Gopal, Siddhartha Gautama, Shakyamuni Buddha, Guru Rinpoche, Padmasambhava, Milrepa. There are so many. Papa Ji, Ramana Maharshi, Yogananda Ji, Neem Karoli Baba, Sri Yukteswar, Joel Goldsmith, Mary Baker Eddy, the Fillmores, all Nanak and Shankara, Shiva, Nataraja, the ancient Upanishads and the Vedas, the ancient Hebrew, the Sufis, the Sikhs, which I said, Shankara, Nanak, Shankaracharya. So we have to do the inner work. We have to get to the point where we realize if we weren't born, we don't die, yet we remain. And you can have that experience, and drugs won't give it to you. It'll show you, you can peek through, but you have to learn how to cultivate it. There's no shortcut. It is easier right now because of all the pain in the world, but it's also harder because of all the pain, because there's so much sadness. It's been raining. Kind of chilly today. Good spring day, a little breezy. Nice and green. Yeah, you know, the border's closed right now, all those children. People getting turned back with nothing. And you know, I realize that in this world, you know, we make decisions and things happen. I, in my own life, tried to follow my highest truth always since I was a kid and put my money where my ideals were. And I've struggled, you know. I lost everything in a divorce, lost everything in a bankruptcy twice. But you got to keep going. Had cancer twice, just beat that by surprise. You just never know. And you know, we just stay in the moment and learn meditation, the Zen, the Dzogchen, Chod, the Pith instruction, the Tao. That's what appeals to me, infinite way. We come up through what appeals to our nature, but ultimately we will, ooh, there's a nice rock, let's go over there. We will get to a point where all the teachings just sort of, we embody it all, they sort of just take over and we don't really need them anymore. It's part of us. It's like we had all these really healthy meals and they've made us, fortified us and strengthened us. And you know, the world is constantly changing. It's temporary realm. Really, people should be asking, why am I here? What's going on? Why is there war and nuclear bombs and, you know, man's inhumanity to man and nature and each other and animals. Ooh, let's get up on this rock. I don't want to slip. Hold on. Whoa. Okay. Ooh, nice. Let's show you. So, you know, we can have elevated moments in consciousness because that's what remains: awareness, abiding awareness, and our conscious awareness of the presence, the power, the knowing, the activity, the reality, the actuality. It really just comes down to re-identifying, impersonalizing, universalizing being. It's funny because when we stop, you know, all thinking is also speaking in your head. Thoughts are audible. And we see with our mind's eye, that's how we experience the divine. You know, we all have a divine nature, a divine source. But the problem is we have to sort of activate it consciously in our own experience. It's there. Recognizing it is a big part of it, and we can't do that unless we're still and quiet. Wow, there's a whole log full of turkey tail mushrooms over there. Yeah, this time of year the mushrooms are different. Hi guys, you know, I don't have my teeth in. I could put the phone down. Hold on, let's see about that without losing you guys. Thanks for your patience. Namaste. Aloha. Of course, I don't have my teeth in because I've been Mask Man lately, so bear with me. Thank you if you're watching this. It's another walk in Arcata Park. No one's around right now. It's very nice. A few little birdies in the water. You know, just to achieve being a human, quote unquote, is not an easy task, and especially if you've been here several times. And we lay up our treasures in heaven and consciousness through our experience, and it really does come down to, like, you know, not being afraid to ask the big questions and then hear the answers. You know, we often answer for ourselves before we can hear it. It's just a habit of the mind. We discover what the mind is and what it's not. Empty fullness of being a zero, which is actually infinite. Words don't do it justice. You know, the petals fall off the flower when the fruit comes. It just happens. And I was thinking about that on the walk up here, how everything is cyclical, even in the spiritual realm, and how, like, everything follows a law and a principle. Right here I'm surrounded by sword ferns. They're really beautiful, and moss, and the trilliums always bloom around this time of year, give or take a week or so, for millions, probably billions of years. This is the oldest flower around, and yet they follow the, the cycle. Is it raining? Is it a wet year? Is it cold? What time of year is it? There's an inherent intelligence, is what I'm saying, and everything is this consciousness. Right now, there's chipmunks up in the trees around me, and all kinds of birds, insects, amphibians, frogs and salamanders. There's the forest is under attack, the whole natural world, but it wants to recover. And biomimicry, we're starting to learn ways to fix the natural world, and we need that because it's really bad with all the plastic and everything. So there hope. We kind of need hope when we're really, really down, but if we can cultivate the experience, genuine experience, spiritual experience, the help of a teacher, a genuine, someone who really is the living demonstration of it, and we recognize that, then we can trust them. And you can trust the teachers, you can trust the avatars, you can trust the masters. They're real, and they're here. And it's kind of like we're learning how to become a star. It's like what we really are is like we're this radiating infinite perfection of conscious magnetism and spirit, electricity, all at the same time. Could use words, but it's an attractive, cohesive, adherent, level, fully complete, all-inclusive emanation of light. I'm not trying to be it. It's when we're not trying to do anything, when we're just being. And really, we can't even say we're human beings in this world because we don't have civilization. We have weapons, we have murders, confused children, a bunch of sheeple running around destroying the planet because they're told that's what they're supposed to do. Evil, wicked brotherhoods and private laboratories, and there's a lot of weird shit going on, but that doesn't change the fact that the truth is true underneath it, and that we can always save it by choosing the right direction. Each and every one of us. I is we. That's why I always say I is we, the living sacred trinity. I, that's right, that's the name of all awareness, all being. It doesn't have a face or a place. It's everything. It's the body without a form, right? Imageless image. The infinite awareness, consciously being, without beginning or end, eternal. I is we, and the is that, is. The water is flowing. The wind is blowing. The tree is in the soil. The grass is green, the clover is green. You know what I mean? There's laws being followed. The rock that the phone is sitting on is solid enough to hold the phone, although it only appears that way. But still, the rules are the rules. This is not a game, and you are not a story. This is music, and we are the dance that never leaves its throne. It sits still on the throne, and the throne dances. And actually, the dance is the music itself. There isn't dancer and music. There's just music dancing as all that rises to appear and all that is in the infinite invisible realm, and the many infinite variations and dimensions of conscious awareness being, different worlds, different realms, and of course Shambhala, the highest. Well, thank you for your patience. I don't know if you can see me. Don't have my teeth, like I said. I really, really care about my brothers and sisters, and when you walk, I put my money where my mouth was, and my everything I gave to my path. And sometimes you gripe and you get lonely and you feel like, oh, poor me. But we have to be honest with ourselves and be humble enough to realize that we've chosen what we have because our soul wants us to catch, get the nut out of the shell, get the pearl, and really savor it and not give it away, cherish it and keep it safe and sacred and secret. And it attracts without having to say anything, a genuine smile, a twinkle in an eye, a feeling when someone's around, And so just remember, we can't hear it if we're not listening, and we won't see it if we don't look. It's not in thinking. Tell you one little trick. All thinking is a lie. But we can use thinking and we can use words so we can get to the place where we can stop. So, starting to get chilly up here. So I'm going to go down and I'm just saying, hey, it's another day.